Camp Hideout is a new movie playing in theaters. And I'll be honest, I didn't know anything about this movie. The only reason I got curious about watching it, it had Christopher Lloyd in it. And let's be real, Christopher Lloyd is getting up there in years. This might be the last movie you ever get to see him in, right? I don't want to be morbid, but it's like, it's always kind of a treat to see him in a movie. So, and I really like the poster for this movie. Go look up the poster for this movie. This and the new House Party movie that came out earlier this year. God, no one remembers that movie already. But those movies have these really cool, like, old school poster art feels that we just don't get from posters anymore. Really cool posters. But yeah, I did not like this movie. First of all, there's two things I didn't know about this movie going into it. I did not know this was a Christian movie until after the movie. Because I got curious about this movie and just like, why was it made? Why is it playing in theaters? It's a very cheap movie. You feel that watching it. A lot of the performances feel a little bit off. They feel like Christian, like kind of acting, like normal type movies where they're fine, but they have the sincerity to their performance where they're like, oh, we're always here for you. Oh, he just needs to find his way. Oh, I just want to know his story. That sort of thing where, like, they're saying things that, like, in a way that they're saying, like, with that Christian attitude that's really fake. Like, I don't know. That's just, I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't feel right. I'm not saying Christians are fake. I'm just saying that the kind of performance and the way that they're living their lives. And nobody did a bad job, but they also didn't do better than the average Christian movie. So there you go. And it's just like, this movie was boring even for the old people sitting in the movie. I think kids would have been bored by this movie, which is clearly what this movie's targeting. And it's like one of those movies, I don't even get it, where it's a faith movie. They mentioned God a couple times, that's about it. It was just a really weird, oddly put together faith-based movie that I didn't really care for at the end of the day. I thought it was just really strange to, I don't know, it didn't mention religion in the movie very much. So is that something you're worried about? I guess it's not like that, but it also isn't interesting enough. At least it being like religious propaganda, like most religious movies, let's be real, would have made it an interesting movie, but it's nothing. It's just, there's better summer camp movies that kids would get out of. I'm sure there's actually better Christian movies that you can watch, like VeggieTales or something. I don't know. This is a worthless movie. It really just is. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's people with this movie that tried, but it meant nothing.